So if you saw our Monday video, it must be Wednesday now.
Oh, wow.
Actually, no, I guess it might not. It doesn't have to be Wednesday. But if you
probably
saw our
is.
Monday video of this week, you might have seen the Augvape AIO in that video.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it once again today. We wanted to make a dedicated video for this. And I'm going to tell you right off the bat, I did it in the last video. They sent us this vape for free.
Of course.
No bias here. You guys saw our review on their other device they sent us last week.
Yeah, it was... It's not good.
Yeah.
But this one is actually amazing.
Yes.
And again, no bias. This is just personally something that we like a lot.
We've had it for 2 weeks, and now it's my daily carry.
Well, and that's just because it's freaking cool. Like, it's all metal, and it's an AIO. It's a proper AIO.
Yeah.
And again, like, everything about it is pretty spiffy.
Oh, very spiffy. And I have noticed, like, the paint job even. Like, I've dropped this several times.
Yeah.
And the paint job... There's no issue. It's not even chipping a little bit.
Exactly. And it's cool that it's got like this glass tank in the inside. Yeah. But it's got a nice window and it's covered with metal.
Oh, and the really cool thing about it is how you fill it up.
Yeah. It's a little sketchy almost because like you take the whole coil out.
Yeah, you take the whole coil, but you can just fill this thing up right on the contact. Like this thing is
just screw
built
it in.
Yeah, it's built to work when the contacts are wet. Like
so that's awesome.
You'll never ever have a leakage issue that makes that. I've never seen this thing leak.
No, I don't think it can.
No.
And what's really cool is like everything about it is super smooth. You know, the button's nice and clicky. The airflow doesn't get caught up. It just goes back and forth. And you can tell that they actually wanted to make a nice device.
Yeah. It feels great in your hand. It gives me a lot of nostalgia back to like when I started vaping and you could buy those. It's like a really souped up, nicer version of those shitty vapes you could buy from like smoke shops and shit.
Oh, exactly right. Yeah, but
like
this is like the nice version.
Yeah, it's like the much nicer.
And again, and what's crazy is it's only like $20-some bucks, so it's pretty inexpensive. If you saw our last video, you know it's a much better value than the Orion, and it's very comparable to it too.
Yeah, extremely comparable. Pretty much top to bottom.
Soup to nuts. Yeah, it's freaking awesome.
Yeah, it's a great device.
Battery life on this thing is also pretty spectacular. It lasts all day. I mean, and even if you're hitting it pretty hard, which we always are, you know, it'll still last, which I like.
Yeah, I will say that is the one thing the Orion has the edge on. It definitely has a bigger battery. Because the Orion, you could forget to charge it at night and wake up the next day and use it for maybe the whole day, probably half the day.
Exactly.
This thing, I wouldn't say it could do that, but just remember to charge it and you got it all day, every day.
Yeah, well, and I mean, again, this device, I like it a lot simply because it's unique also.
It's very unique.
You know, it looks like nothing else on the market.
Yeah.
And Augvape is a very reliable name. Like, we've known about them for a while, and they, you know, usually make nice products except for the Tug Life.
Yeah.
But this one definitely is not like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that about wraps up this video, guys. Thanks for watching. You know, as we said, link for this device is down in the description for a killer price. So go check it out. And while you're down there rooting around, click on that subscribe button, the like button, comment something if you're thinking something, and do that.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace out.